As some of you know, International Pagan Coming Out Day was the day before yesterday, on Monday, on May 2nd, and I came out on Facebook. I had originally set a goal to come out to my parents for real, like not avoid these things and have to lie to them when I say that I'm going to my study circle and things like that, because there was this whole issue when my mom was in town last week because we had a public meeting for my study circle to find members and things like that, and I had to lie and tell them that I had to work even though I no longer have a job. But that's another story. So she had to drop me off at home because I was staying at my sister's, and I had to pretend like I was at work all day and make up these stories because they're like, how was work? And I'm like, oh, it was great, blah, blah, blah. When really I stayed at home all day preparing for that meeting and then went to the meeting that night. But obviously that didn't happen. And it's still my goal to eventually come out fully to them and not hide anything, even if it's uncomfortable, because paganism is such a big part of my life that it feels odd to me to hide that. And it's not necessarily that I need my mom to accept it, though it would be nice. I feel like it gets so difficult and it puts so much stress on me to hide it that it's getting out of hand. I'm having to lie about where I'm going every 2 weeks and like what I did. And my mom asks me what I'm doing now that I'm unemployed, and I say, oh, nothing. And she just has this view of me sitting at home all day doing nothing, when really I'm like writing articles for this website for hours at a time. I'm planning stuff for the study circle. I'm working with students. I'm doing so much with my time that she doesn't know about, and she kind of just views me as this failure, which I don't know if that would really be rectified if she knew that I was spending all my time with the pagan community. But the point remains that I'm not a slacker and she has no clue. But that's not what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about a different issue that comes up with coming out of the broom closet. Dating. Not a lot of people focus on dating when they think of coming out of the broom closet, and I feel like it's a major issue. I take a kind of different view than a lot of people, where most of my dating is online, which is really sad, but I'm just so shy and I rarely go to gay bars, and even when I do, my gaydar is so horrible that I don't know when someone's gay or they're just there with their gay friend or whatever, and I wouldn't approach them even if I knew they were gay, probably, because of the shyness. But in my dating profiles online, I come out with all of the stuff that they need to know, because I would prefer to have the silent rejection online than the in-person rejection on a date, when they're like, oh, I really like you, and I'm like, oh, by the way, I'm pagan, and then they give me that look. I would rather them know it up front that I'm pagan and I'm very serious about my religion. Which has led to some interesting messages on like OkCupid and various other websites that I post my profile on. It's good and it's bad that people know right away. Because online dating, for me at least, means getting one message every year, usually. And usually from someone I would never really date, mainly because they're either far, far too old for me or male. So it's hard not to think with online dating that it's you. But granted, I look horrible online, and I realize that. I know that having a disability, which I state in my profile, again, to avoid the in-person rejection, the fact that I can't drive because of said disability, don't have a job currently, am pagan, and I also state a few other things that are controversial in the LGBT community, like the fact that I prefer not to date bisexual girls currently, which I'm totally gonna get flack from in this video, but it's just, I've been burned too many times. But I feel like I don't get messages because of those. And I was wondering how people deal with the fact that they're pagan when they're dating. in the past few years, I've only dated really seriously 3 girls, and all 3 of them are pagan. I've talked about one in previous videos, but I didn't set out to only date pagan women, but one of them sent me a message because she saw that I was pagan, and she's like, oh my god, I only date pagan women. The other was pure chance. My mom sent me to this Catholic Bible study group at the library when I was staying with her one time, and this girl who lived a few streets over from her mother had sent her to the same thing, and it was because we were both gay and pagan. But that was hilarious and never going to happen ever again. The other one I was friends with forever, and we kind of discovered paganism together, and we just started dating after a while. So I am open to dating people of other religions. It's just, I feel like would make it harder. I don't have a problem explaining my views to people. It's not even that. It's that paganism is such a huge part of my life that I tend to talk about it a lot. And it's not like I would do that on a date, but when I'm with, like, my friends, who are almost all pagan, it's the main topic that we discuss, obviously. And if they were to hang out with my friends, it would make it difficult. I don't really know if I had a point in this video, but it's really just to discuss the different ways that pagan dating can be approached, whether you date only pagans, whether you have interfaith relationships, and how you deal with that. Is it hard to date someone from another faith, do you think? Or did they know when you started dating, or was it a surprise? Do they know now? Is it completely a secret from someone you're dating that you're pagan? And how it weighs on relationships. Because I'm not currently dating, nor am I looking for someone currently, it's not as big of a deal for me right now. And the reason I'm not looking for someone right now is because until I have a job, I feel like I'm not gonna find anyone. So, which again is because I look horrible in an online profile, which is completely understandable. After I have a job and then that will make me look better, then I can start blaming it just on the fact that people are closed-minded and they don't want to date a pagan with a disability. But, yeah. And also, it's not that I feel bad about this, it's that I can see where people are coming from when they aren't willing to accept that someone has a disability, that they look differently, that they are a different religion, and when you combine those, it makes the odds less and less that someone who is sane and somewhat normal is going to send you a message. So, yeah, another scattered video from Ashlyn. Woo! I probably won't be making another video in the next few days because I'm probably going to be focusing solely on the website, and then it's a crazy weekend with Pagan Pride Days and Beltane festivals and my birthday, and then next weekend we're going to a hand fasting with some people from Real Pagan, and I'm really excited. And after that, maybe we'll make videos. I don't know, we'll see. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.